Jungle Micheleris, Neos Gideris, Jungle Micheleris, Neos Gideris, Captain Baba Dudu Chalar Dumas Gideris, Chukak Chakak, Chukak Chakak, Makak Gideri, Chukak Chakak, Chukak Chakak, Makak Gideris, Hey
Bienvenue sur MAG. Aujourd'hui, on est à Bruxelles, au Short Festival, et on est avec Michiel Venmans. How are you today?
I'm really good. Thank you for inviting me in this nice place.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be there in this place, completely crazy. So, we will talk a little bit about your last short movie, and the name is Diekat. And I had the chance to see it too. It was presented to the public. And so I will talk about the first opening scene, which is quite crazy. It's a small girl, like researching, and she's explaining a story. Like we don't know where it's happening. It could be in an asylum or a school or something between. Like the atmosphere is crazy. The opening scene is very, very aesthetic. Like photography. It's young children walking, and they go just nearby a window and they look outside, and more children are coming. And for me, it looks like impressive painting. So how did you do it? Like for photography and art, what's your inspirations?
Like for the beginning scene, I always like the concept of windows, people looking out or inside windows, because it gives this kind of an instant mystery. You know, what are they looking at? Are they being looked at? It's throughout all my whatever I made before, like the idea of looking at something is really fascinating to me. And like one of my inspirations during film school and a filmmaker that I admire is Michiel Venmans. Yeah, like his movie Das Weiße Band, The White Ribbon.
Yeah, awful movie.
It's you don't like it?
No, it's a good one, but it's a
Yeah,
story.
it's hard to watch in a way. But I love that movie, and it is a big inspiration for Diekat in the way of like the theme of having secrets and pulling your audience into a story that might unfold in hundreds different ways. Yeah, that's really fascinating to me, and I chose to start the movie with children staring through a window, because in the first place I feel like children watching something and not making any noise or talking or playing, it has a scary feeling to me. You know, you don't know exactly what's going on in their little heads, you know. So like the feeling of starting with one kid climbing up the window, sitting down, watching through the window, then a second one, then a third one. It's like being creeped up by wolves in a forest almost. Like for me, it's a picture that shows danger in a way. So is it an answer to your question in a way?
Yes, it's also what I feel, I think. And there is something else I find interesting about this scene. Like outside, it's supposed to be freedom, and inside this strange place, like an asylum, there is some tension. Like we can notice other children, and the other children are not all in good shapes. Like some have an injured eye, and we don't know how it happened.
No.
but we understand quite quickly that it might be the teacher. Like, can you talk about this strange teacher?
Yeah, this teacher was actually she originated from my time in high school. Like we have this main narrative of the two young boys keeping a secret notebook and writing. We don't know what exactly, but they're writing stories that they find to be a little dirty, a little bad in any way. So when I was in high school, I had a friend, and we had the same secret notebook, and every day we wrote stories about teachers, about other friends and children. It was about murder, sex, shit, everything a 12-year-old thinks is really bad, you know. And we kept it for like a month, and it was our little secret. Nobody else knew about it. And we had this religious teacher. She had red painted hair. I think she was like 60 years old, something like that. No, younger probably. But really Catholic, and really she was strict in a way, but not like if you did something wrong, she punishes you immediately. But we had to, learn verses from the Bible, and so it was clear that she put a lot of importance on reading and learning Bible texts. So she took the book one day. We were in our class, and she took the book, and that meant for us, our story here at school is over. If she reads what's in the book, we can never become what we want to become anymore. We will be sent to an asylum or a prison, or But she took the book, and we went to our bureau. And I remember just us sitting there, almost crying, don't say anything, and she across the table and not showing any emotion. She wasn't angry. She wasn't, humorous. She was just watching us with the book in the middle. And I remember my friend just bursting out and crying, like, please, my God, religious teacher, whatever you do, punish us, but don't read our notebook. It's personal. It's like our journal or something. And she kept staring at us, and at one point, she just took the book, she opened it, and I remember her reading it for like 5 minutes straight. And we were like, this is the end, this it's over. That's when I got the idea to make this movie, by the way. And now fiction and reality grow apart. In my film, the teacher decides to hand the book back to the boys, and to start a companionship with one of the two friends. So she encourages one of the two friends to continue writing. She admires the dirty fiction of the 12-year-olds. In reality, we were punished. But I thought it could be an interesting start of a film to have two children, not really puberty, but not really children anymore, thinking they're doing something really bad that is disapproved by society, and an older woman, encouraging them and saying, this is not bad. Maybe this is a right way. And this drives a wedge between the two friends. I don't exactly remember your question anymore.
That's okay, because there is another subject I liked, and it's quite close. These children, they are young, and between it's a strange age. And at this age, we always defy authority, and there is something like this in your short movie, like because they are singing a lot of times, and it's not Dutch, I guess. It's like a strange language, and they need to repeat again, always the same. And sometimes some children decide not to obey. And this subject is interesting because it's school. You need to obey, you need to learn, but normally you also need to play. And play looks a little bit like if it was forbidden in this strange school.
Like you mean some children don't choose not to participate in the song,
Yes.
and that's typical for the age you mean, or yeah. What can I say about the song? Yeah, it's a strange age. It's like the children were cast around 10, 11. Like they're not really young children anymore, but they're not really into puberty yet. So what they think about the world is they're starting to get some rebellion and mind of their own, if you could say. You could also say that younger children have the most mind of their own, but that's something else. But I think it's an interesting age because, in a way, it's a moment in time that you get all the sensitivities and the look upon older people. Yeah, it's like a base for you to grow into what person you would become. It's a really strange age for yeah. But about the song, yeah, it's Turkish, by the way. It's also like a parody on children singing beautiful. You know, if you watch a lot of movies, if you see children in a choir, mostly it's pure. It's beautiful. They're so young, they're so innocent, and they sing so beautiful. And I don't like that. I like beautiful singing and I like beautiful choirs, but because I find children so strange and scary, I wanted to show a children's choir that is not that particularly talented or gifted in singing super beautiful. I like the way lots of the children can really sing, but some of them, you notice there's a tension in their voice and they're too scared to sing, and I think it's really funny for me and vulnerable, yeah. And why we chose the Turkish song. At first, I wanted to let them sing a grand, well-known piece like Handel or Bach and make it like a big thing. But then I started working with a choir, children's choir, and the teachers told me, yeah, it's actually a little too high for their level, but we have this propositions, and it were really nice, short children songs, and one of them was this Turkish song about people rowing in the sea and sailors, and I liked the repetition in the lyrics, and I found it had really funny noises, especially in a context where children are strange and scary and afraid to get punished by their teacher. So, yeah.
It reminds me a nightmare when I was younger, like when I was at school. I needed to sing in front of everybody, and actually I was singing like shit, and everybody was laughing. That's something. Maybe about the music in your movie. How did you do? Because there is always a tension. We have a lot of instruments. Was it especially created for this movie?
Yeah, all the music was created for the movie. You have like one karaoke scene where a boy is dancing on Elton John, but the whole soundtrack was created for the film, and it is created by Dina and Nelle Bogaerts. They're Lily Grace, two sisters, and they had made music before, and I think they're genius. They have this kind of witchy, heavenly, strange kind of talent to. They use a lot of strings, cellos, and we created this track in a way that I didn't want the music to empower the narrative or the emotions of the characters. We wanted to create a track which contradicts what you see in a way. Like if you see a lot of people, we have these scenes of children moving and playing and being happy, but also being sad. So by putting a strange shallow tune under it, then it suddenly becomes dark, and you question the play of the children. Like, are they playing for pleasure, or are they playing for death? No, for something dark. So yeah, we want to. The soundtrack needed to be something that kept the viewer in attention. Like we wanted to make sure that the audience was never fully comfortable. That was the most important thing, and also it had to be work in like a subconscious way where it wasn't too much like a sauce on the film. But yeah, I think I'm really happy about the music and the work they did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's working actually.
Yeah.
And maybe one last question, like you already made a lot of short movies, even with musicians. And do you wanna make a feature movie one day, like a long one? Would you be interested?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I'm ready now for a long feature, but I want to continue to make these short movies because in the first place I like the way you discover your own style and mood boards, and the way you discover in like music videos. It's a good way to experience what's creativity, where to find it, and how to evolve it. So I would love to make a long feature one day. I think I'm not ready, but maybe one day I will be. And now I need to make a next short film. It won't be about children anymore.
Do you have another project? Like, are you working on another short film actually right now?
I have an idea.
Okay. You have a world premiere for us?
You want my idea? No, but it will be something uncomfortable, but more like I find children uncomfortable, and it will be more funny, I think so. Okay. Yeah,
something funny.
Yeah, dark, funny, uncomfortable. I want to make a fun movie. Yeah, so this Diekat was interesting and little experimental. Yeah, not very funny, almost some scenes, but now I want a clear laugh out of the audience. Okay. Yeah, an uncomfortable laugh. Yeah, that would be great. I would love it. Yeah, in a short movie. Yeah,
a short movie.
Yeah.
Again, okay, thanks for sharing, and I deeply encourage you to see his Vimeo, to see his work, like his website, which is very interesting. We will publish the link.